It's a beautiful day here in the village of North Chatham. We will be celebrating Alberta Groves' 50th year with the Postal Service. I'll be going down to the post office to get a picture of her coming out of the post office this afternoon. Our little post office. Our main part of the post office. This has been the post office since 1948, when Leland Griswold was the postmaster, and Alberta took over in 1970 and has been the postmaster since. This is the inside of the post office, small. Hi, Alberta. I'm glad I had a chance to get a little picture of you before you got picked up in your car. You've had a busy morning, I gather. I looked at the historical book, and it said that you became postmaster in 1970 after Leland was from 19...
Well, I became OIC, really.
Officer in charge?
Officer in charge. Maybe they didn't know such a thing as
Oh, okay. All right.
And then in 71, I became postmaster.
Oh, 71 was your date. Okay, that's great. Well, you're looking lovely this morning.
Well, I got to be Gussie teed up because that's what Doris told me. I was waiting for her to come in the office so I could see if she was Gussie. She could see whether I was Gussie teed up or not.
Well, you're looking great. It's quite an important day for you. We're waiting for Alberta's ride to pick her up. Janet Langlois speaking with Alberta outside the post office. Some of the houses across from the post office. Looks like Alberta's chariot is here. This is Rich Deo's car. It belonged to Art Kusa. I'll get some information later on.
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Well, excited?
Such a surprise.
I get a chance to do this again, Alberta.
Right.
Now we may need one of these ladies to help us pin on a corsage.
Isn't that lovely?
Hi, Jan.
Hey, Rich. Can I be helpful here?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
We'd appreciate it.
We would appreciate
No
it.
wonder you were laughing yesterday. You were laughing.
Alberta!
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? Beautiful orchids.
Oops, and look at that bottom.
I'll take that box.
Okay.
Oh, right.
All right, now we're going to get a picture with that corsage.
Well, why don't I
Why don't we get the three
Why- all-
together? Right.
both boys here together? Like that little
Oh,
thing.
boys, I like that.
Boys, I like that. Boy. All set?
Rich, our driver. What year is that?
All right.
What year is it? 19 what?
23.
Right.
You're in the front seat, young lady.
Hi, everybody.
Linda Janto, postmaster from Walden Bridge. Margaret, substitute for the postal system. Can't get it. Margaret Irish with the blonde hair right there. Oh my God.
Hi, George made them.
Eleanor Lansley.
Well, he had a...
I just made it. Just got it back in the nick of time.
Denise McAdam.
So what does Alberta get for the next 50?
Next 50, that's what I was wondering about. Yeah. Bigger balloons. We won't be here, so. We'll all be.
She will.
Yeah, she will.
She'll be running the post office 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Somebody told me once they were.
Andy Tillman.
Hi, Norman.
Hi.
They were.
You better get a seat. Maybe sit with Ellen.
Hi, Connie. I think, is it? No, it isn't.
It's me.
That's good.
But I think what we're going to do is this one.
Really nice celebration.
That's what George said, yeah. Oh, yes.
He's a drill sergeant.
I know, well, he's got that whistle, you know. He's in charge.
It was nice. Promotional stuff is what he
He's
does.
the chief of police.
Hi, Paul Strydak. Hi, Jesse. Town Supervisor Jesse DeGroove. Yeah, he's over. Absolutely, that's the best way to get him. Cheap. Rich Deo, driver of the car that picked Alberta up without his hat and not in the dark. I don't think it showed up in the dark.
5% over last night.
Well, that's good. At
Step in the right direction.
least it's a plus, right? Great.
You should have it on one of your buttons.
Mrs. Soros.
To release it to the ceiling. That's what the boss said.
You're going to eat your dinner?
I just met this lady. She bought Dave Kramer's house, and I believe she said their last name was Cabot.
Red, white, and blue, and I don't think people did.
Rosemary Moore.
I want you to know.
Hey,
Rescue!
Good catch. Is that on film? I thought you said you tried it on.
Sandy Connors. Maybe she'll
No
turn.
Boy Scout.
She's very helpful with the program for Alberta.
This morning, George said, now I was doing the strings, right? While we were blowing, while Bob was tying, someone else was, Jack Lee was blowing it up, and George said, white strings for the white, and
Bob
blue
Moore.
strings for the blue, and see?
And
Boy, he's really coordinated. isn't he?
Barbara Zattel, the minister's wife, charming wife, I must say.
The rescuer of lost pocketbooks.
Russ Deo.
Go ahead.
Oh, let's see, who do we have? Let me see you. Who is this? Anna.
And she's dressed appropriately
Right,
for
with a
the...
red, white,
And I don't
blue
think I know her
Yeah.
mom and dad.
Laurel.
Yes.
And Brian Engel.
Oh. Glad you could come to Alberta's celebration.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks like we're pretty well settled. Probably going to have a toast.
extraordinary celebration for an extraordinary woman. As you can tell from the program at your play settings, we've got a few fairly interesting festivities planned for this afternoon. And this is really meant to be a sort of a joyous and very informal gathering. Later in the program, I want to assure all of you, you will have an opportunity, if you would like to share your own warm stories or thoughts about Alberta, to do so. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on.
A proclamation in honor of Alberta M. Groves. Whereas, on June 1st, 1999, Alberta M. Groves, postmaster of the North Chatham Post Office, will have completed 50 years of continuous service to the North Chatham Post Office and to the North Chatham community. And whereas, arriving that 50 years, Alberta M. Groves has worked tirelessly and with great dedication and devotion to provide the people of North Chatham with superb postal services. And whereas, Alberta M. Groves has been a critical part of the post office's presence in North Chatham for more than 1/4 of the 173 years that the post office has played such a significant role in the history, well-being, and prosperity of this hamlet and its people. And whereas Alberta M. Groves has been and is the heart of a post office that is a central gathering place for information, ideas, and people within this hamlet, connecting us to other communities and drawing us closer together within our own community. Henceforward, and therefore, the Board of Trustees of the North Chatham Historical Society, on behalf of its membership and the North Chatham community, proclaims Saturday, June 5th, 1999, Alberta M. Groves Day in North Chatham. In North Chatham, to honor and celebrate this remarkable woman and the significant contribution she has made to our lives and to our community, wherein, in keeping with the Constitution, bylaws, and charter of this society, this resolution has been duly rendered and unanimously approved. That's it.
Each of you have the opportunity at some point today to take a look at this, because it really is absolutely exquisite. In a world where jobs are now more often measured in days and months than years, you have served the United States Postal Service and the North Chatham community with great honor and distinction each and every day for half a century. In a world where jobs are increasingly seen simply as a way to earn a living, you have demonstrated the impact that unwavering dedication, commitment, hard work, and loyalty can have on serving the needs of your customers, your colleagues, and your community. And in a world where individuals often offer only what they must, you have given your heart and soul to this community, serving not only our postal needs, but our community needs as our ambassador of goodwill to all. To the newcomers and the old-timers, to the young and the old, to the poor and the well-heeled alike. Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor gloom of night has stayed you, our mighty courier, from the swift completion of your appointed rounds. And so today, Alberta Groves, the people of North Chatham, past, present, and those yet to come, as well as your family, colleagues, and friends, salute you and extend our deepest thanks for the remarkable gifts you have shared with us over these 50 wonderful years. Thank you. And Now, while we're still standing, I'd like to ask the Reverend Bob Sattel, the pastor of the North Chatham United Methodist Church, to offer a blessing for Alberta and for the meal that we are about to partake.
Let us be in an attitude of prayer. Gracious God, you have blessed us with this wonderful day and this great celebration. You have blessed us for 50 years in this community with the presence of one who is at the very hub of our community. And so we ask for your continued blessings on our dear friend, Alberta. Indeed, O Lord, you call all of us to be good neighbors. You call us into community. And we give you great thanks on this day for one who has been for us more than just a good postmaster, a very good neighbor and a good friend. Bless Alberta. Bless us. Bless the food that we share as we gather together in this fellowship. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated.
They did a nice job.
Thank you, Director. Good afternoon. First off, we'd like to thank the North Chatham community, George and Doris, for asking us to partake in part of this special day. A special person as Alberta with 50 years of service. What can be said? The proclamation talked about dedication, perseverance, commitment, work ethic, rain, sleet, snow, freezing rain. It was outstanding, and we really appreciate being invited. As George said, I'm the manager of Post Office Operations in Capital Cities East. I have 86 offices in that area, and I'll try to explain the geographic part of the post office that we encompass here in Albany. We go north to the Canadian border, we come down along Vermont, Massachusetts, south down to Binghamton, west over to Syracuse, Eureka.
There's a great number of people with 40 years, but very few with 50 years. And independent is a small diamond, denoting her 50 years of service. And we will be doing some other things as we go along, but I just thought we could share this down here with her community, the people that she's worked so closely with. So I'd present to you first the plaque. Service Award, United States Postal Service recognizes Alberta Groves. In grateful appreciation. I'm sorry. Let me start that over. United States Postal Service recognizes Alberta Groves. In grateful appreciation for dedicated service, earning an honorable career of 50 years service to the government of the United States, signed by Andy Hodges. Not her immediate boss, she works for Joey, but her district manager, as I said, he would have loved to have been here, but he's out of town. So let me present you with your 50-year pin and see if we can, if I can do this without stabbing you to death. Getting old too old.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was the postmaster at Scotic Landing, New York, and also officer in charge at Waterville, New York. And I've known Alberta for a good long time. Thank you, Alberta, for everything you've come across.
Well, thank you for all the help you gave me over the years, too.
By the way, I am now retired about 15 years.
I'm Linda Janto, postmaster of Malden Bridge, New York.
And the Vet Law postmaster of Williamsville, New York. Crystal Bell, postmaster of Groves, New York.
No plea bargain.
This is from the New York State Assembly. Legislative citation honoring Alberta Lewis Groves on the occasion of her anniversary celebration for 50 years of service to the North Chatham Post Office community. Whereas individuals who give of their time and energies and serve the best interests of their communities are an asset beyond remuneration and cannot be sufficiently praised. And whereas Alberta Lewis Groves has given not only of her time and energies, but also of her competence, intelligence, and leadership, and consequently has been designated for this special recognition. And whereas Alberta Lewis Groves is the daughter of the former Mr. and Mrs. Al Lewis of North Chatham, who were natives of Columbia County. And whereas Alberta Lewis Groves is a graduate of Martin H. Glenn High School and the Albany Business College. And whereas Alberta Lewis Groves was married in 1940 to Mr. John C. Groves, and on March 3rd, 1942, their daughter, Catherine Lewis, was born. And whereas Alberta Lewis Groves began her post office career in June of 1949 and as a clerk at the North Chatham Post Office. And after Leland Griswold's retirement in 1970, Albert Lewis Groves became the officer in charge, and on March 20th, 1971, she became North Chatham's postmaster. And whereas the North Chatham Post Office is a small one, housed in a part of Alberta's home, with 260 box holders and no door-to-door service. And whereas Alberta Lewis Groves plays a critical role in the well-being and the prosperity of this small hamlet and its people. And whereas that this legislative body most joyously commends Alberta Lewis Groves, North Chatham, New York, upon the occasion of Alberta's 50th anniversary celebration for her dedicated service to the North Chatham Post Office community. And be it further resolved that a copy of this citation suitably engrossed and transmitted to Alberta Lewis Groves, dated June 5th, 1999, and signed by Patrick R. Manning, member of Assembly, 99th Assembly District. And let me say, I'm proud to have been your friend over 66 years.
This is very nice, but it does have on a whereas. I have to speed read now. Oh, loud. Okay.
That she can do.
State of New York Legislative Resolution, Senate number 1593 by Senator Saland, honoring Alberta Lewis Groves upon the occasion of celebrating her 50th anniversary of dedicated service to the North Chatham Post Office on June 5th, 1999. Now that's when we're celebrating. No, it's not when she did it. Whereas individuals who give of their time and energies and serve the best interests of their communities are an asset beyond remuneration and cannot be sufficiently extolled. And whereas Alberta Groves is given not only of her time and energies, but also of her competence, I don't pronounce that very well, intelligence and leadership, and consequently has been designated for special honor. And whereas this legislative body is justly proud to honor Alberta Lewis Groves upon the occasion of celebrating her 50th anniversary of dedicated service to the North Chatham Post Office on June 5th, 1999. Her official anniversary is June 1st, 1999. And whereas Alberta Lewis was born in North Chatham, her father, Al Lewis, owned a general store that sold groceries, coal, seed, clover and timothy seed, and ice. He died shortly after the store he had spent his life building was destroyed in a fire. And whereas initially Alberta Groves stayed in North Chatham, but when her mother needed to find work, they moved for a while to Cooperstown. She returned to North Chatham in 1932 and graduated from the Martin H. Glenn High School in Galatia in 1936. And whereas in 1939, Alberta Groves graduated from Albany Business College. In 1940, she married John C. Groves, and together they had one daughter, Catherine. Catherine married Alex Huntley, who was also from North Chatham. although they now live in Alabama. Alberta is the loving grandmother of 2 grandchildren, Dave and Bonnie. And whereas Alberta's husband John worked at GLF, but left to do carpentry work, he had a heart attack in 1961 and died in 1962. Alberta had been working at the North Chatham Post Office as a clerk since June 1949. And whereas after John's heart attack, Alberta Groves commercial enterprise. And whereas in 1970, the North Chatham's postmaster retired. Alberta became the officer in charge, and on March 20th, 1971, she became North Chatham's postmaster. And whereas the North Chatham Post Office is a small one, housed in a part of Alberta Groves home, with 260 box holders and no door-to-door service. The whole community goes to the post office to get their mail. For more than 170 years, the post office has played a critical role in the history, the well-being, and the prosperity of this small hamlet and its people. And Alberta Groves has been at the core of that effort for more than a quarter of its presence in North Chatham. And whereas, despite all the changes in the world over these years, the post office is every bit as central to the community as it was in the days when people relied upon it almost exclusively for their contact with the rest of the world. Not only does the community depend on Alberta for the many services she provides families and businesses, but the post office serves as the only real gathering place in the hamlet for information, ideas, and people. Not only does it connect them to other communities, but it draws them closer together within their own community. And whereas rare indeed is the impressive dedication shown by an individual for the benefit of others, which Alberta Groves has displayed throughout her life, now therefore be it resolved that this legislative body pause in its deliberations to honor Alberta Lewis Groves upon the occasion of celebrating her 50th anniversary of dedicated service to the North Chatham Post Office on June 5th, 1999. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution, suitably engraved, be transmitted to Alberta Lewis Groves and is adopted in the Senate on June 2nd, 1999 by order of the Senate, Stephen M. Bogus, Secretary. And it's for you, Alberta.
Well, we're not finished with our greetings from Albany. We have some additional greetings to share with you. These are a little bit shorter.
How many whereases do they have? It's going to be kind of a come down. There is not even one whereas. Now, we do have this nice little piece of tissue, so, you know. So this is from Governor Pataki. And the certificate, State of New York Executive Chamber, Certificate of Recognition, presented to Alberta M. Groves as you celebrate your 50th anniversary of service to the North Chatham Post Office and to your community. Your record of public service is truly commendable. Congratulations. George Pataki, Governor.
And we have one final greeting. We decided 50 years of service to the North Chatham community, the North Chatham Post Office. There was only one thing to do. That was to go straight to the top. And straight to the top we went. And so it is my pleasure to present to you, Alberta, a framed letter that comes to us dated April 1st, 1999, from the White House in Washington. It says, "Dear Alberta, I am delighted to commend you for your 50 years of dedicated service with the North Chatham Post Office. America's strength as a nation has always depended on citizens who understand the value of hard work and commitment. Your steadfast devotion serves as an inspiring example of caring and leadership. Best wishes for continued success and every future happiness. Sincerely, Bill Clinton." we turn the proceedings over to the star of the show, I think I would be remiss if I didn't just offer a couple of final thank yous. First to all of you for joining us here this afternoon. There wouldn't have been any celebration without you. To the United States Postal Service and their representatives gathered here today, we appreciate all that you have done for us in terms of the luncheon, in terms of the special cancellation, in terms of your support throughout this. But and to our elected officials as well, who have done such a marvelous job with their whereases to celebrate this occasion. But there have been some people in the North Chatham community, most of them on the Board of Trustees of the North Chatham Historical Society, who I would like to publicly thank once again. As I said earlier, we certainly could not have done this celebration without Doris Appel, Lois Arnold, Sandy Connors, who did such a magnificent job on the proclamation, Rich Deo and his marvelous 1923 Model T, Russ and Norma Deo, both for their help, Joey Eisenhower, Earl Kelsey for helping us set up, Jack Lee, who helped us blow up balloons this morning, Joy McIntosh, Bob Moore, Broom Spiro, and Pastor Bob and Barbara Zattel, who have done this absolutely wonderful letter banner that hung in the post office this week, which I hope you had a chance to see, and both of whom have been so much a part of the planning for this celebration as well. We do thank all of them so much for making this day possible. And so now, without further ado, I would like to turn the presentation over to the star of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we never did get around to serving you dessert at your table, so please come on up and grab a bit. Wonderful 2 ice cream cakes, thanks to Lois Arnold. So please come and enjoy